Hi everyone, welcome to the Mama Elephant 11th anniversary release. This is Rena. We hope that you are enjoying the release so far. We have a lot more to share. Today we are playing with more capybaras in a bigger fun size. The anniversary release will be available on September 15th. First up is a Capybara Christmas. This stamp set is so cute. I love the little agenda size, but I also love this, I guess, regular size. And these are fun capybaras, and they're all decked out in their holiday gear. And my favorite one is the last one. I love it when little animals are kind of stacked up with each other, and I love it when there's a little baby. This stamp set also includes some fun sentiments: Cappy Holidays, sending warm capybara hugs, don't worry, be Cappy, and Capybara. Here's a look at the coordinating dies for a Capybara Christmas. Today we will be coloring these images with Copic markers, and I always have another piece of paper underneath my coloring sheet, and I think that really helps somehow with the coloring. Just the color lays down better when you have another piece of paper underneath, so I never forget to do that. I'm going to make all of the capybaras the same color, and I'm using E33 and E35 for the body of the capybara. I will have a list of the Copic marker colors I used down below. I'm not really paying attention to where the light source is. I'm just putting the shading where I feel like it should be. So it's just really simple. I'm just putting a darker color on one of the sides of the capybara, and then I'm blending out that dark color with my lighter color, which is E33. And then I'll just keep coloring over it until it looks smooth and blended out. My voice is kind of crazy because I've had a summer cold for 2 months and I keep coughing, and it's crazy. The entire summer I've been coughing. So that's why I am kind of out of breath sometimes. Every year I feel like I'm so behind on the holidays, but we are only in September, so we have some time. I feel like the past years I just haven't been able to fully embrace the holidays because all of just random stuff happening in my life, one time moving, and then just a different life thing. So this year I'm very determined to do a couple of fun things for the holidays. I wanted to make 2 shaker cards with these images today, so I looked through my stash and I decided to use previously released oval Deco frames. I love this when it came out. I love all the little details, but you can make your shaker cards using any type frame. So I'm going to start off by stamping out my sentiments, and these sentiments are from the stamp set A Capybara Christmas. So I'm just laying out my die cuts and stamping out the sentiment where I have some space. I cut out a piece of acetate and I'm putting that behind the frame. Now this Creative Cuts comes with another frame and I love this one, and I'm adhering that to the front of the acetate. So I only want the shaker material to be inside that oval frame. So then I'm going to create the shaker well around that frame only, and I'm going to keep outside of the frame clear of the shaker material. So the width of this frame is pretty thin, so I used some double-sided foam adhesive that was, I believe, 1/4 of an inch wide, but you can take your regular foam adhesive and cut it to size if you like. So that double-sided foam adhesive creates like a little well, and then you can fill the inside up with shaker material. I'm using some clay sprinkles that are in a peppermint candy shape. I'm just making sure the shaker material is about the height of the double-sided foam adhesive. I'm also going to add some double-sided foam adhesive to the sides where the frame is at, so the card is just a little bit more stable. So when you're applying the double-sided foam adhesive around a circular shape, it's easier to do without the release tape. So now that all my tape is done, I'm going to take my backer where we stamped out the sentiment, and I'll seal that shaker mechanism up. You want to make sure that it is burnished down so nothing spills out. So now I'll just be adhering some of the capybara images to the front. I just wanted to decorate the frame a little bit with them, and I think it came out so cute. I had these like little tiny images and I put them around the sentiment because it looked a little bit empty down there, so I just added those little images around the sentiment to decorate it a little bit more. We're going to be making the second shaker card the same way. I'm taking my double-sided foam adhesive with the release paper removed, and I'm going to maneuver it around that oval frame. I didn't cut it big enough, so I'm going to have to plug in that little hole in the bottom, so I'm just going to cut a little piece to make sure that none of the shaker material falls out. So next we're going to put in the shaker material, and I didn't think I put enough on the first card, so I'm putting a lot more on this one. And then I'm going to be putting some double-sided foam adhesive around the frame to stabilize the card a little bit. And then after I'm done with that, I'll remove the release paper, and then I'll put the backer sheet onto it to seal everything up. So I'm going to adhere the images we colored, just like we did the first card, to the oval frame. And then I'm just doing this card the same way I did the first card, just the two larger images inside the frame. And then at the bottom, I'm just adhering some of the smaller images just to decorate the sentiment up a little bit more. I knew I wanted to add a little bit something to the top, so I remembered that the Sweet Shop frame had that cute little bow and outline, so I decided to cut 2 of those out. I didn't want to use 2 different colors for the bow, so I cut out the outline and the bow both in red, and you can definitely see the outline detail. It looks so cute in person. Again, this is from Sweet Shop Frame, the bow. And that is new for this release. And I'm just going to put it on top in the middle underneath that little detail on the oval frame. Now that my card fronts are done, I'm going to be adhering them to some card bases to complete the card. And that is it. I'm calling these cards done. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day. Stay safe, happy crafting, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.